Well, it's been a while. We are today making a MasterDuel deck review, kinda. So they released some new cards. They released Magician of the Destruction. Let me just go into the shop. I'll show you all. So they currently have a good event here. It's a structure deck. They released this one with a whole new cards for Dark Magician. And people don't know, Dark Magician archetype is probably my favorite one, or at least one of my favorite ones in this game. And it's not very good overall. It's more of a fun build deck. It's not that great. But I've been watching a lot of channels on YouTube and guides and what other people prefer and how well some people perform, and I can just say this version right here has been the best for me. And the issue with Dark Magician is that you kinda have to make the Anaconda and make the permanent Dragoon, because the new card that they released is good, but it only lasts 2 turns, the turn you activate and the turn after. And if you don't win by then, you're kinda cooked, so you kinda have to run 2 Dragoons, and that limits your extra deck, and you can't do a strong board. So in my experience, this is the best one, and it ends you with, like a full board, will end you with 1 Azamina, 1 Dark Paladin, this is what you will summon on the enemy turn with Gaze of Timaeus, so 1 Dark Paladin. And he's good. I mean, you could go a second Dragoon, that's gonna be a temporary one, but I find Dark Paladin better, and I'm gonna explain why. Because one of the other cards you're gonna end up with is Little Knight, and you're gonna use the Little Knight effect, and you're gonna banish your Paladin and one of the opponent's cards. And then you're gonna bypass the discard function from Gaze of Timaeus, so you will get back your Dark Paladin and you get to keep him. At least that's how it's been in my matches. And another card you will have your permanent Dragoon with 2 pops, because every normal monster used for its summon gives it the ability to pop cards on the field. And you will have a full power Fiendsmith Desire. And you will also have like Masquerina, to go into the Little Knight, and that's gonna be your board. And you're gonna have a cleanup, and that's gonna be Gandora. Now, if by some chance your enemy manages to get all of that gone and wipes your field, you can use Master of Chaos, get Dragoon back, and then you use the Shining Sarcophagus and get your Gandora, and he wipes. You can summon another Dark Magician. Dark Magician will get out another Destruction, and you will have enough to kill whatever you need to kill, more or less. And yeah, let's go over the bricks, because that's one of the problem Dark Magician has. Like, if you look at for instance, Gem Knight. I would say Gem Knight is my second favorite archetype in this game. Like, this deck basically can't break, no matter what combination you start up with. It's gonna be alright. You can start up all 3 droplets and 1 quartz or something, and that's combo. You only need 1. You need 1 of all the Gem Knight cards, and you almost practically have a combo. It's very hard to break on this. That's what's so important and good. No one likes breaking. And anyway, so this one is very anti-brick, and I'll go over the things you don't want in your hand. And that's, you don't want Dark Magician. You don't want to start with Red Eyes. Let's see here. You don't want to start with 2 of the Malakarmi, or whatever they're called. I'm terrible at names. You don't want to start with... I mean, you can start with Gandora and the Magician, but if you start with one of these, you need something to get your Shining Sarcophagus as well. But these could be bricks, but they're usually not. There rarely are they bricks. However, Red Eyes Fusion, this is the biggest brick of all, and that's why we are running one Illusion of Chaos, so we can shuffle this back into the deck if we get it, and it's guaranteed. 2 cards, any 2 cards. It can be Magician's Soul, or with Malakami, it can be this little guy, and Rod, doesn't matter. 2 cards, you're guaranteed to get this and shuffle this back into your deck. Because drawing this will be part of the combo. And another brick is Gaze of Timaeus. You don't want both in your hand. If you draw one, it's not that bad, but if you draw both, it's pretty bad. And yeah, that's kind of the only real bricks. And also this one could be a brick, but not always. The thing is, the most things in this deck that are bricks usually aren't. The only things that are really truly bricky are these 2 normal monsters and Fusion. So yeah. Anyway, this is the deck that I've had most success with and that I find most reliable. There's other versions, so people can see this. Every time there's an event, I always roll with this, and then I swap out some pieces and fit it for the event. I really like the Shining Dark Magician deck is really nice. And you have the Duality one. Now this is if you like the Shining part more than a normal Dark Magician. As you can see, there's no bricks. This one also has like no bricks whatsoever. It's almost impossible to brick with this build. Basically everything does something. And Duality is good, but it takes a lot in your extra deck. What's good with Duality is that let's say you use Dark Magician and they throw out an Impermanence or target it for a negate. You just go Duality and it swaps away the Dark Magician and gives you either this Floodgate or you know, one of these cards, and you have 1 for each. So Duality and Dark Magician Girl, these 2. Duality and Gandora gets you Albion, and Duality and Dragoon or any other level 8 Dark Wizard gets you Mysterion. So it has 1 for each depending on the situation. But that's not what we're gonna discuss here today. There's also a Slifer one, but this is kind of troll. This is not very competitive. This is more fun. If you like Slifer, I like Slifer. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go in and show you all the combos. I'll do that in solo, and we're gonna pick the best one. So for people wondering which one to pick when you practice your combos, you always go this one. I'm gonna show you exactly why. The opponent is running 3 Max E's. He also has Raigeki, Feather Duster, and Impermanence. So this is the only bot that will like kinda hand trap you. So against hand traps, this is a very good one to practice. And as people can see, if we go back, I already made it into Platinum. I'm currently like grinding with this. I'm confident I will get at least Diamond with this. Any higher than that, I don't know, maybe. Anyway, I'll show you some combos here. So I screwed up my first one really bad, so I'm gonna redo it. Anyway, we did get a good hand, but I did make some misplays. Here we have another hand. Now this hand is not that great because we don't want to start with Rod, and we don't want to start with Illusion of Chaos. We still have Let's see if we can make the full combo still. There we go. See if he's gonna imperm us. He might still have Maxi, you never know. Now we're gonna figure out. He does not have Maxi this turn. That's why the Fiendsmith engine is so good. It's so good at baiting out moves from the enemy player. Like if they have Imperm, Ash, all that stuff, they will use that right now to stop the Fiendsmith. They always do for some reason. They think that the Fiendsmith is such a big grave target, and it is a good card, but it's not really worth stopping. Alright, now this is where, if you want to be lenient on your deck, you can just stop now, and this would be good enough. But I like having the power one, because something I've noticed with Dark Magician is that they can't do much against strong cards. If something has like 4,000 or 5,000 attack, they can't do anything really. So I like using the Fiendsmith because he can get up to 7,000 attack, depending on your starting hand. You see, this is a very powerful card. Alright, so in our hand, there's one card we don't really need. That's Cantora. Since Cantora is only there for, like, if you screw up or if you go second, he's good to bait out an action. So here we have a choice. We could use the effect here to get rid of either the Chaos one or the Diabell Star. Now out of all of these right now, I think it's better. Or we could go into Destruction. We could do that right now. We don't get the draw 2 this game, because we don't have Dark Magician in our hand. There is a way we could get Dark Magician in our hand. And that's by doing this. So this is a bit risky, because now there's a chance we pull into our... what's it called now again? There's a chance we will draw into our red eyes. Now, because we use the Illusion of Chaos swapping card, now we are able to brick, and we really hope we don't now. So now it's a little bit of a gamble, but we do this so we can get the full combo. So we're gonna special summon this one by sending the Dark Magician Girl. Alright, we could even activate this effect and send these two to the graveyard if we really wanted. We should just send one, because you need, you know, the negates. I'm just saying it's possible if one would like. And now we're gonna make the Miasma. This is also a new card, and it's really good for Dark Magician. And now we can get rid of this one. There we go, perfect. And now we have Dark Magician Girl. There we go. Now this is a very messy hand. Usually I summon Dark Magician Rod later, but we can actually do that now, just so we get this off the field. You kind of want to get this one in some kind of fusion, or whatever kind of shenanigans you can make out of it. So we have our Anaconda ready now for the Dragoon. It's very important that you do this last, because when you use this effect, you cannot summon anything else for the rest of the turn. Anyway. Here we go, we get this back. Now you always first start with this, and then you do the quick effect. And then you tribute the quick effect. We add this to our hand. We summon out this one, send this to the graveyard. It was gonna go there anyway. It's starting to look powerful now. And then we get another draw. Ooh, a Nibiru, not bad. Although I don't think we're gonna need it, so I'm gonna send it to the graveyard. There's our Shining Sarcophagus. You could even take a Future Silence if you want to thin out your deck a little bit. Just do this. Yeah, one card less. There we go. Now we've already drawn everything, so this is not really the normal part of the combo anymore. I'm gonna make that separately. I'm just showing off the possible things. Alright, so we're gonna set this. The remaining two. Now we could Soul Servant as well and get 2 pulls. But we don't want to accidentally draw any more cards. Or do we? Do we gamble it? We don't really want to accidentally... It depends. This is risky here. This is where you make the decision. If you get the Red Eyes Fusion, we are very screwed. But if we don't, we have more material to use for the Dark Paladin. So we're gonna gamble. And we can get we can just get the Illusion of Chaos. Why not? And we were lucky. And now we go into IP Masquerena with these two. And now the Dragoony boy. And here is the entire board. This is the board you will end up on. And you will almost always end up with this board. It's very hard to not end up like this. But if you would like have a really bad hand, you will at least end up with 2 of these. Like you will get either the Azamina or the Dragoon or the Fiendsmith. You get something useful, like no matter what. And now on the enemy team, enemy turn, we send this one back. Always send this one back. We have a Dark Paladin. So now we have one one field negate that can stop 5 cards. This can negate 5 cards on the field. We get 1 Omni negate, 2 Omni negates, and we have 2 spell negates with Dark Paladin. See, this discards 1 card, he can negate the spell. He can do that as many times as he wants. as long as you have cards. So that's why it's good to have a few cards in your hand. And then we have IP Mask Arena that will maybe one banish, and then it can banish itself. It can banish two cards on the field. So I'll show you exactly why I like the Dark Paladin. The thing is, IP Mask Arena can't target itself. See, target two faced up monsters. You can't target the Dragoon, that's why I like the Paladin. Anyway, he does a spell card. We can negate almost as many of those as we want right now. Oh, he got a Raigeki. Unfortunate for him. And now the last negate, we save for Dragoon. Now, negating that is not the best thing one can do, but I'm just doing it to show. He wants to equip something. I don't think that's a good idea. There we go. And he gets his banish. He ends. And we're just gonna, I think we keep Paladin for this turn here now. And I would like to see if I can demonstrate. Because when I tried this, it worked for me. No, it didn't work. I'm trying to get the negate. I know Dragoon can negate, and it activates when your opponent, so my opponent needs to activate. So I remembered that I banished, because now at the end of this turn, your Dark Paladin will be banished. And if the opponent does something or summons something, you can banish your Dark Paladin and one other card. And then, even though he was supposed to be banished, he comes back at the end of the turn. Anyway, this is the board. It's very fun. It's very interesting. And out of all the Dark Magician cards, the Dark Paladin is my favorite one. People who've seen my videos, I really like the Paladin in World of Warcraft. So the Paladin is... I'm glad I can play him competitively. Okay, and then we just keep on going. That's how you do that's the full board. And you could see I did that with a very messy hand. So let's see if we can do it with a good hand. Now see, even here, this is an absolutely terrible hand. But even with this, we can still make plays. Ooh, he impermed us. That's not good. That's really bad. So this is the worst case scenario right now. Because now it's like, what can you really do? You can go and do Fiendsmith. Now you have a choice. You will end up with an Anaconda and a Dragoon, or you will end up with a full power Fiendsmith. This guy here. And it depends now. If they have another negate, well, you probably lose. But usually people don't get that lucky to start with like 3 hand negates. So this is a really bad hand. And then you still end up with a Dragoon and an imperm. You could also draw. We could do this. Could draw one card. I don't know what we would draw. We could get out another fusion. But then we don't have a negate. Yeah, that's the problem with when you brick like this. It's like just for fun, you know, just show you what you can do. We only get one pull. We do have a Dark Magician in there, so we could just do this. Now we don't have a negate, but we got another summon. You still got more stuff. Now, oh wait, actually we could get another negate. We summon out this guy. Now we have another body on the field. And he also gives us a card. Another body for them to fight. You gotta let them do more moves though. If you have this few negates. You know. Now the bot is terrible. Like he can't do much, so I'm just showcasing a bit. But as you see, it's kinda game for him right now. Anyway, let's try again. Now that was a brick. That was a really... If you brick with this deck, that's about as bad as it usually gets. Let's see here. This is not bad. But I prefer not to start with the Magician's Rod, because I want to show the normal build. Or the normal route. Okay, here we go. Now this might look weird. I would prefer not to have the Chaos in my hand, because part of the combo is drawing into him. But as long as this doesn't get negated too much, we should be able to do the normal combo here. Okay, so the best way is to start with Dark Magician, like this. Right. Here we go. Yeah, we already used one this turn. Getting this out there. And then we go into this one. Now what you would pull is Soul Servant. You always pull Soul Servant. And now when you use it, this is where you pick the Illusion of Chaos. When you get this option here, you pick Illusion of Chaos and you draw him to the hand, and then you use him to get Rod into your hand. But we already have Rod in our hand, so we're just gonna do this instead. And that way, if you brick, you're guaranteed to get Illusion. You send the brick back into the deck and you grab Magician's Rod. And then when you use Magician Rod, you add your Gaze of Timaeus. So that's the main combo. And then after that, you can kind of choose a little bit whatever you would like. Let's see here. We did not get the Diabel parts, so we're probably not gonna be able to spawn out Sylvia, unfortunately. There's only one way we could do that, and that's by gambling. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Alright, now we no longer need him. you could send this to the grave, but it won't get the effect if we pull it into our hand. So I'm just gonna send another Dark Magician. And now is the big gamble. Ah, unfortunate. We did not grab a single one of the cards. We needed to grab either one of these two or this one, but we did not. So we only do the other part. We start with the Fiendsmith. And you can do the Fiendsmith with any two cards. It's the same as Anaconda, it's just a little bit longer combo. There we go. Sending that one. Now when you're returning one, always return this one. Always return the umbrella one. There. Here we go. Now if you send this like this to the graveyard, you can use its effect, this effect right here, and that's you shuffle one other card on the field into the deck. You could use that if you're using it on your own turn or on the enemy turn, you know, if you want to get rid of one of their cards. Here we go. And the Anaconda. Now we did not end up with the max power board this time. In fact, it was kinda weak. This board is not that strong. But it's still pretty good. And then the enemy turn. It's on rounds like this where it would be a little bit better to have a second Dragoon. Because now we don't even get the little knight. But we're still doing good. This is still pretty good. This will beat most decks still. So yeah, and you see you have the pops. You have two pops with Dragoon. If you survive the first round, it's fine. Anyway, that's the combo, and then on your turn, if by any chance you still have these things left, you can just go into Little Knight. You know, and you got him back. And you can get out another one of those. Let's see, could I showcase that this turn? I could, so I'm gonna show you one thing you could do. Alright. Here, let's get rid of that, doesn't matter. There we go. Grabbing the Shining Sark. Grabbing the Gandora. So we have the Gandora. You can just pop out the Gandora and pop everything on the field. But that's not what we're doing right now. There we go. Can add this. So you see you get him back. Now, unfortunately, there's no real way to get more gazes since this one is banned. So it is kind of what it is. But yeah, if you would still have that one gaze, because we gambled it away, we gambled our... What you could do when you get to this part, you add another gaze and you summon out Master of Chaos, and then he summons out one of the other cards that maybe got blown up or that you lost last turn. But yeah, we have Gandor. He's such a fun card. For some reason he can't use his effect now. Yeah. Oh yeah, he can't use the effect because you have to have one of the Dark Magicians. You need to have another Shining Sarcophagus monster in the deck to be able to use the pop. We don't have that now. It's just fun to see things you can do. You can still summon some things out. We can add this to our hand. Such a silly options one has. We can summon out the new Dark Magician. This one was just now released. It's a pretty sweet animation. Oh yeah, one of the cards we used doesn't let us battle the turn we use it. Anyway, let's go into ranked. We're currently climbing in Platinum. Let's see who we face. We're going first. Alright, let's hope we get a decent hand and that they don't have a million hand traps. Now, this is not the worst, but it's not the best either. So, I don't know how many other builds or cards work in this game, but I do know my own. So let's see what they have. We have a Call by the Hand as well. We're gonna save that for something like that. Now that is not okay. The limited one for the limited one. All right. I rather keep that one in the hand. Let's get rid of the Gandor. Whew, okay, he doesn't have any other negates. If he would have a negate there, I would have summoned out the Malchi and I would have made just a simple Dragoon. We can add the spell card. Here we go. And now you get to see the full combo in action. Well, not the full combo, but you know, the core combo. So now you add Soul Servant. This is the tricky part. You use Soul Servant for Illusion of Chaos. You draw 2. And you see I got a brick. We don't want him in the hand. Now we get our rod. Return the Dark Magician. Summon him out. And now we get our gaze. And that's perfect. Now, which combo do we want to go with? I think we make the Fiendsmith. I think so. And he surrendered. The moment he saw Fiendsmith, he surrendered. So this game, we would have had Dragoon, Fiendsmith, and Dark Paladin. And we would have had 3 spell negates and 1 pop. Or 2 spell negates and 1 pop. So it would have been good enough of a board to probably beat him. And he knew it. What was he playing? He was playing... Oh, he was playing the best. I think this is the best deck right now. Yeah, he was playing Pure Cancer, and he couldn't handle it. As you can see, I've been doing well. Now, these losses here were when I was testing other variants. I think at least. Yeah, I was playing some Gem Knights, you know, I was trying the Slifer one, and you know, yada yada yada. I was trying like the other versions, because I have many versions here. Like I have the Duality one, I showed these before. So I was trying them out, and this one works the best for me. Because whenever I see other people and other videos of people, they only show when they get a good hand. I don't. I show when I get the bad hands. So let's see, we're gonna probably go second, and this deck can go second, but it's not a go second deck. So this might be our demise. Oh, we got an amazing, we got 2 amazing hand traps. Ash and Droll. This might save us. I'm gonna let him... He's playing the meta deck as well. We're gonna let him pull the card, and then we're gonna draw him. And then we save our Ash for something else. Now these are the worst cards in the game. I hate these. They have like, I almost always lose against them. There's like no counterplay. They just keep taking out new and new and new cards, and they do that kinda infinitely. So they have like no drawback, it feels like. Okay. And now we draw him. Hopefully it doesn't have Call by the Gate. Or Call by the Grave, I mean. Let's see. Alright, he summons that one. He gets strolled. And now we can Ash him on top of that. Now he's like, oh no. We got really good hand traps this game. Yeah, he goes into that one. Go figures. Oh no. Oh, we are cooked. He had a really good card in his hand. Well, that wasn't the worst thing. That was kinda good actually. I don't want that one in my hand. He kinda did us a solid favor there. Thank you, sir. Oh, now this is absolute cinema. So, when this guy is discarded, it gets special summoned. And we're gonna discard it with this one. Perfect. Absolute cinema. And he comes back. Now he's gonna probably use... I think this one has a quick effect. He can summon... I know he can summon a monster. That's one of the things he can do. And this little guy, he's a one card combo to the full power Fiendsmith. At least if he doesn't get interrupted. Now he's thinking. He's gonna summon something. And we have 2 good cards still. We have not used any of these. We have a lot of plays. We have a play here, we have a play here. All of these things are good for us. And despite it being our turn, and trolling him and ashing him, look at all these plays he's doing. On my turn. This is my turn. This is my turn. Yeah, these people are trying to rank up right now. We're just gonna try to bait the negates, because I know he has a negate somewhere. He has a bunch of quick effects all around. There we go. Let's see here, what's he doing? Take control of one of your monsters. Oh, maybe I should have not done that. I'm not sure. What's he gonna steal? He stole that one. That stops our Fiendsmith engine. But we still have the Dark Magician one. And he still has negates, which is not good for us. Oh, this is the part where we could go Gandora. Now it's not part of our combo, but it would be really fun to do. So we're just gonna wing it. That's why we keep one Gandora with us. But now we summon him out, big boy. And don't worry about him popping our magician. We can get a new one. There he is. And now he will have another disruption. I don't remember what it does. He's unaffected this turn. But that's okay. We just do that. And we can take out the Dark Magician girl. Why not? And that was all banished. They all went bye-bye. Now let's see here. Ooh, we don't want Soul Servant because we only get one pull, so we might as well get the Magician's Rod right away. Yeah, I think that's for the best. We want to... What do we want to do right now? He's immune, right? Yeah, he's unaffected. We need something strong that can beat him. We could just get this out of the way. Now this is tough. We could thin the deck a little bit. I would like to gamble one pull here. I think we need to have that one pop for the Dragoon. Come on. Yes, okay, this is good. And now we can go into the Paladin right away. Oh, we screwed up. Oh no. Oh well, it's okay. He will have enough damage. That's not what I wanted to do. I should have waited. I should have summoned IP Masquerena first. But you know what? I think it's okay. Yeah, he's much more powerful. That's why we play Dark Paladin instead of 2 Dragoons. Because as you see here, the Dragoon Areno, he will not be strong enough on his own. And he's an immune, right? Yeah, he's immune, okay. So we have to beat him down. He has place. He still has place. I think we're gonna lose this. And he's choosing not to use them. Alright, so we have one negate. One negate to save us. Next turn we're gonna lose our Dark Paladin. Now let's see. I think this is an ultra... It's an ultra rare. I think we have to negate it. Yeah, he's gonna be able to do a bunch of plays. I know all the time that deck just keeps doing play after play after play. Now we have 2 strong monsters. And we have 4 bodies. Let's see what he's gonna do. The Rock Vanquisher. He's gonna be able to get out his whole army again. He must kill the Dragoon though. He must somehow either non-target or out-damage the Dragoon. If he doesn't, I have 2 pops. And if I pop something on his field, he's kinda cooked. Oh, I didn't really think about it. My life points are very low. Oh no. I didn't think about it. That's the misplay we did before. Ah, that is unfortunate. That was so... I could have probably won that. That was me being bad. That's why I'm platinum. So what I should have done is I should have summoned out the IP Masquerena using the Dark Magician and then used Gaze, because Gaze targets this guy from the graveyard. And I would have been able to go into Little Knight and I wouldn't have had the stupid Anaconda on the field. You see, if you... There are some... I mean, I would say MasterDuel is mostly based on about luck, but there's a lot of skill in it too. Skill and knowledge. Or it's not really skill, it's more like knowledge. Anyway, that's gonna be it. I show 1 win and 1 lose. And both of these was against the top deck right now. This is the top deck right now in the game, so... And it's been a while since we lost one, so it's okay. For people wondering my rank history, see, I don't play this game seriously, but I usually get to diamond whenever I do try, and I have made it to the top rank. You can see here. I have the frame. Where is it? Oh, here. Where is it? Which one is it? Here, master frame. I have made it to masters. People wondering, oh, have you ever been to masters? Yes, I did. I think I made it with the gem knights, but I don't remember. That was long ago. Anyway, I'm gonna call it for now. Hope you all enjoyed, and let me know if you like these type of dueling videos, and dueling MasterDuel videos, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.